back to a little about LV. Today I'm doing another fall craft for you guys. I've done these for the past 2 years and everybody loves them. So I'm doing 2 more really simple crafts. I just showed you in the intro what they're gonna look like. We are making some little wooden pumpkins to go with my new fall living room decor, and also I'm going to use all of these wine corks that I have been collecting over the last 10 years or so, so that we can make a little fall pumpkin out of that as well to go in my kitchen. So I have recently switched up a lot of my decor, and that is why I need some new fall decor. I wanted it to be more neutral, kind of boho, so if that's your style, I really think you're gonna like these crafts today. Also, it's very, very simple, super minimal supplies that you're gonna need, and I'm gonna tell you where to get everything as well as linking it down below in the description box. So to start, let me show you everything that you're gonna need. Then we're gonna jump right in to doing the craft. And again, all you're gonna need is a few simple things that you can find at Michael's, Hobby Lobby. I think that's really the only 2 places that I went other than, you know, all of the wine corks that I have collected. So for the first craft, the little beaded pumpkin that I saw on Pinterest, I thought it was so cute and I was like, I can definitely recreate this. I got some of these little beads from Hobby Lobby. I always wait till these are like 50% off, so these were $7, but I think I got them for like $3.50, something like that. They always have coupons, so watch out for those. I got 2 boxes of these because I wasn't sure how many I was gonna need or how many pumpkins that I'm gonna make. I'm just kind of winging it. You'll also need this wired jute string, this twine that you can get. I could not find this at Hobby Lobby, so I got it at Michael's. Again, I used like a 20% off coupon. I think it was like maybe $2. This is 10 feet. I don't think we're gonna need more than that, especially for just like 1 pumpkin, so not a lot to spend on that. Another Hobby Lobby find that you're gonna need is some form of greenery to go on the top of the pumpkin for the stem. This is actually gonna be used for both of the crafts that we are doing today. I got this in the his and hers section at Hobby Lobby. One, because this perfectly matches all the decor, like this muted green, frosted green color throughout my living room and kitchen. And also this was 50% off as well, so I think this was like $1.50 maybe for this little strand. We're gonna cut this up, so this is pretty much all you'll need if you're just making 2 or 3 pumpkins. And lastly, for the actual supplies that you will need, not the tools, you are just gonna need a ton of wine corks, depending on how big you want the pumpkin to be. If you are not a drinker and you don't have wine corks laying around all over the place like I do, you can get these in a bag from different craft supply stores, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, maybe even order a bag off Amazon for cheap. And they'll be all different kinds, just like these are usually. So check that out. If I can find anything like that down below for anybody that might not have wine corks on hand, I'll put that down below as well. And then for tools for these crafts, the only things you're gonna need are pliers with wire cutters. Here, you just need to make sure that you can cut the jute string and or the greenery that you buy, because some of them have wires in them. You'll have to cut those, so you will need something for that. And then your glue gun, and that is it. That's all you're gonna need today. Again, I'm linking everything down below for you. Any deals that I can find, I'll put down below as well. So let's get into these crafts. Okay, and so while I'm dumping these beads out, I just wanted to say that you can use any type of beads that you would like. I did see some colorful ones online as well, so if that's more your vibe, you can definitely do that. Or you could paint them. I saw like a black version that I thought was super chic. I really like that. So you can pretty much do anything that you want with these. I specifically use these uncolored because this is the exact same beads that I used to make some of those little beaded like kind of necklace looking things that you put out in like different bowls and everything. I have those throughout my house. I can also do a video on how I made those. They were super simple, but I'm using this because I want to put this in the same room with that, so it's all going to kind of go together for fall. All right, so we are not doing the wine corks yet, so I'm going to move these out of the way, and we are going to start cutting our jute twine. All right, so how I'm going to measure this jute twine out, as you can see, it like stays, it has the wire in it. I am going to just kind of lay this out, see how big I want this pumpkin to be, and then I will cut all of the strips that I'm going to use to that length. And of course, make sure that you leave some extra room for the stem that you are going to use. So of course this can be customized to whatever size you want. You just get it to what size you would like. Like I think I want mine to be about this much. I'm gonna leave a little bit extra for the stem on the top, and then I'm gonna lay this flat and we're gonna cut several different ones, okay? Probably about 8. So I have all 6 strips here. I decided not to do 8 because I thought that was just a little too many pumpkins of the same size. So I went ahead and wrapped this together so you can see how this should look. All I did was lay these out. Again, these can be any size you want. I will put the measurements of mine down below just so you can know exactly what I did, but you do not have to do this. I am just going to tie these, just do a little twist around one time and kind of make them even. And then I'm going to do that with this one. And this is going to be the basis of our pumpkin to put the beads on each of the strands. So this is what they should look like. That is how I did that. I've got 2 going right here, and now we're going to start shaping and putting on the beads. And when putting beads over twine, I find that it is best to tape the ends like this. You can take this off at the end, it doesn't hurt anything. I did the exact same thing when I made the little necklace things that I made. So you are just going to put the beads on, put them all the way to the bottom. I am going to be alternating between different sizes. You do not have to do that. The pack that I bought had several different sizes in it, so I'm going to try to utilize as many of those as I can. Alright, so fast forwarding here, I have put 3 beads on each strand. So this should be the basis of your pumpkin. This should be what it's looking like at this point. I'm going to continue to put some more beads on and we're going to see how it turns out. Alright, so now I have the full base of my pumpkin. Each of these strands has about 12 beads. Again, everything about this is customizable, so you do not have to do exactly that amount. But now that we have it this way, I am going to start shaping that pumpkin by bringing all the pieces together, and you can see how this is going to start to form. As I bring it up here at the top, I'm going to turn these pieces up so I can hold them as a stem. And now I'm just going to cut the tops off where that tape was. Alright, and there is the basis of your pumpkin there, and then all we need now is the greenery. So what I'm going to do with a piece like this, you may have to cut other pieces, but for mine it just simply comes straight out of the package there. And so with this, I can kind of just tie it in and lay it around the pumpkin. And there you have it. That is the little beaded boho pumpkin, and I am going to show you how I styled this in my living room at the end of the video. So for this craft, basically the first thing you need to do is find all of the different wine corks that you want to use, find the ones that fit together best. I think I'm gonna try to kind of stand them up, sit them down, and see what fits best. What you're gonna do is get the basis of a pumpkin, going all the way to the top, forming a shape, and then finding one to go on the top. We may have to cut it, or if you have one that's kind of smaller like this, we might use that. I'm winging that as we go. But for now, we're just gonna try to find the most similar ones that will go around the base of the pumpkin. And definitely don't get too caught up in this, making it perfect. This is definitely supposed to be one of those crafts where you just kind of like wing it as you go. As we're putting them together, we will kind of be able to see what goes best together. Right now, I'm just trying to get the basis of how large I actually want the pumpkin to be. One important thing is that you want at least one side to be flat, so you want to match up all of the ones in the front. Some may be longer or shorter, but you want the ones to be longer or shorter in the back. So on the front here, I am lining them up in a perfect line here so that you can see that they are straight and flat. So from the front of our pumpkin, you will be able to tell that they all go together. So I think for the bottom of our pumpkin, we're gonna do a row of 3 and then a row of 4 on top of that, a row of 5, probably a row of 4 again, and then 3, and this should make the basis of our pumpkin all the way up. So let's start gluing it together and see how it's turning out. So as you can see here, I am just gluing these together. These are stuck. This is going to be the basis of our pumpkin. Now I'm going to start rounding out that pumpkin, but these are different shapes and sizes on this side. This side you can see is flat, and so that will be the front of our pumpkin there. I've also definitely seen things where people have painted these. I will not be painting mine just because that doesn't really fit the aesthetic of my kitchen where I'm planning to put this. But if that's your thing, I think it could be really cute. Also, you know, this is just how, if you wanted all the wine corks to be exactly the same, if that makes you happier in life, you should definitely do that. Just because I have decided not to make it like that does not mean you don't have to. It's totally customizable to what you think is the cutest and what fits the decor in your home. So I'm not going to make my pumpkin super huge. So now you can see I have a row of 3, 4, and 5, and then I'm going to put another row of 4, another row of 3, and that will complete our pumpkin, and we will start working on the stem. So here is the base of our pumpkin. Don't you love all of the glue strings that I have everywhere? So this is the basis of our little pumpkin. Of course, mine is supposed to be kind of boho. It's like very, you know, all the different colors. I didn't, you know, worry too much about it. But now for the stem, I'm just gonna take like a smaller cork here, kind of put it over to the side. You can cut this down. You could also use a cork like this if you thought that was cute. It's all gonna be up to you, but I am gonna glue this down, and then we are going to take a little bit of the greenery out of this same thing that I used with the other craft. We're gonna take that out and then wrap it around the top, and I'll show you the finished product. And there you go. That is the finished product of my little wine cork pumpkin. I wanted this to be kind of crazy up here, and again, it matches all the greenery and the boho vibes of my kitchen and living room. Super, super simple. Only 3 things needed to make this. I am going to go set this up in my kitchen so you can see how cute it is and how I will display it for the rest of the season. I'm also going to make a few more of probably each of these just so you can kind of see me put them out, and then I'll also give them away as gifts. So that is the crafts that we're doing today, and I'm going to go put these out so you can see how they look. That is it for today's super simple crafts. I am planning some more videos, especially for Christmas, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching A Little About LV.